Okay, here's a real head scratcher for you. And the reason I put it forth unto you, the internet user, to judge is because, as we all know, internet users like you are the great minds of the modern age. They're like the Sanhedrin of old. And I want to determine whose psychosis is greater, mine or that of the gentleman that I am about to describe to you. But first, I'm going to set the scene. I'm riding my bike earlier today, and it's like warm out and kind of like misty. And my brakes were wet naturally, and so when I stopped at a crosswalk, and I kind of went a little deeper than I intended, and so I was a little bit into the crosswalk, and this guy walking by, and you need to bear in mind that this guy, his trajectory was such that he did not need to move at all on my behalf. He was already on the path to victory, but he turned to look indignantly at me and point and say, "The line is back there. What?" And shake his head, and he walked on. Now normally I did laugh a little bit, but I wouldn't really respond, but I was just feeling it. And so I said something sarcastic like, "Yeah, man, I'm sorry, that's rough. That's rough, you had to move an inch to the side." And that was it. That was the end of it. But there are some people for whom maintaining perfect, I don't know if this is the right word, but homeostasis is the ultimate, that's their whole life, is just they need to at all times have the perfect amount of food in their tum-tums, and they need to be at the perfect temperature with a no greater or lesser than 2 degrees of their favorite their ideal temperature. They need to they can't let a little bit of rain. This guy has an umbrella, even though it's not really raining, it's just wet out. They got to wear their mask in public because they know that when they're out on the street and there's one other guy riding his bike, that's the moment that you're going to get COVID and that you're going to transmit it, right? So I defer to you, the wise. Your verdict, I will accept your verdict that either one of us is the greater man, the bigger boy. Because in my head I classify this type of brain that barely can manage to deal with a guy kind of sticking into the crosswalk. I call that person not really a person, but a homunculus. They're just below the threshold that constitutes a full human being. And I think that if only I could be certain that upon blowing my brains out, I could be reincarnated as some sort of imp that could sit on this guy's shoulder throughout his life, and every time he gets these utterly moronic and inane impulses, I could say, "Look, being a little hungry for 2 hours is a-okay. It's not going to kill you," or not having Wi-Fi for a week, it's no problem, okay? Just don't even think about it. I think I would take that opportunity. I think I would. Because my hope would be that maybe after 2 or 3 decades, his brain would finally make that switch and he would become a full human being. And I don't want to give you the impression that I think I'm Albert Einstein, okay? I couldn't tell you what SOHCAHTOA is. I couldn't point out I couldn't point out Azerbaijan on a map of the world. I couldn't tell you what the capital of Arkansas is. I really couldn't. This is not a joke. I don't fucking know. So don't get it in your head that I think that I'm a brainiac, because that's not true. I think that it behoove. Okay, this video, it's already 5 minutes. I'm not going to keep going with this, but we'll do it like this. Like the video if you agree that I am the winner, I'm the cool guy, and dislike the video if you, like that person, are subhuman and can't deal, that you need everything to be perfect in your life all the time, every minute of it, every day. We'll go by that scheme. So thank you. Arigatou gozaimasu. And have a wonderful day.